What's happening, Panda Nation? Peter Von Panda here. Hey, just bought this HDHomeRun CONNECT DUO. It's a 2-tuner receiver, I think, and it's by, it's kind of funny company name here, SiliconDust. Right there. It's not what I would have expected. And so I just wanted to show this to you because as a cord cutter, I have been looking for ways to get over-the-air channel, OTA, to my TV. And the really cool thing about this, I'm also doing a review on this antenna, which is what I'll be using with it, clear antenna. You can check that out. Check the link in the description if you want to pick this up, as well as this. Got everything on Amazon. That I can hook an over-the-air antenna to this box, and then this box will connect to my network, and then I can download an app on various devices that is also within that Wi-Fi network. This will not work over the internet. It only works locally. And then I will be able to have, I think, all of my over-the-air channels in an app. And the advantage of that is really over just having your TV channel scan it, is that you get hopefully metadata and the thing set up in a channel guide, as opposed to just kind of scrolling through the channels. Over time you'll learn to memorize them, but the more that it's organized, I guess for me, the better. Here's the device itself, coax in, Ethernet port here, little black metal box. So what we have here is a power cord for the box here, a little power plug right there. Well, and then it does come with an Ethernet cable, which is kind of nice. And that's it. Now the device is $80. I know that you might scoff at it and be like, listen, if I'm going to get over-the-air TV through the antenna, I'm happy just to scroll through it. But, you know, I wouldn't be providing you a service by not showing you kind of some of the options out there. So there are two apps, especially on Apple TV, that you can download. That they're both kind of expensive. One's 15 bucks and one's 25 bucks. If you're downloading this on other devices like Chromecast or Amazon Fire or Roku, I believe, the apps are free because it's actually by HDHomeRun. Here's a quick start guide. So you plug everything in, get it all physically set up, and then you go to this website to sort it all out. Now, because it only works locally, I don't think you need a whole lot of identifying information. But let's go ahead and just get this set up and connect to my network and see if we can get this sucker working. And if ultimately I can get it in a channel guide in an app so that it's organized, it's easy to scan through, and kind of feels seamless like my other TV services. Let's try it. So I've got the antenna installed here, and then I've got my HDHomeRun box. It's all a little janky at the moment, but I've got the antenna plugged into it. Now you can't use that inline amplifier that comes with the antenna. That does not seem to work. The HDHomeRun box seems to be its own amplifier, and so if you have them in sequence like that, it never seems to pick up a signal. So just plug the antenna directly into the HDHomeRun box. Then I've got it connected here to the router with an Ethernet cord and plugged in. And let's go ahead and just look at it on the TV screen now. Alright, now on my TV I installed this app called Channels. It seemed to get better ratings than the other one. There's one other one. So HDHomeRun does not have an app for the Apple TV directly, like I said. I think it does on the other ones. But the cool thing about the Channels app here is if I go to it, if you go to settings, now you can see here, it found that tuner, that CONNECT DUO tuner right away. And then what you can do is you can go over here and scan for channels. Here are the channels that are found, and if I go back now to the guide, what I get is a channel guide that looks a lot like cable television, and this is really what I wanted, right? You can actually scan for channels via your TV's tuner and watch those, but you know, you won't be able to see what's on, no metadata, and you won't actually be able to go forward either. Now, Channels app does have a DVR service, but you have to pay for it. I'm just on the free service, but the app is a little expensive, so keep that in mind. And now I can scroll around here and just play stuff. I will say that, you know, my signal here is pretty poor. I've kind of played around with it a little bit. If I put the antenna on the second floor or something, or get an outside antenna, I think that might be better, but for whatever reason, it doesn't work that well. And so let me just go here to WGN, and as you can see, it's showing me, it's giving me a bar of where we are. I can actually even play pause, so it gives me a little bit of like a DVR capability, and it shows me like how long the current program is going to last, which is pretty cool. Let me show you a little bit here on where it doesn't work so well. If I go to PBS HD, like 11.1, I'm not sure what the issue is here. It's probably where the antennas are, but as you can see, I'm getting a lot of noise. It's breaking up a little bit on me, and that's because, you know, I'm using an antenna to do it. And some of these other ones, you can obviously there's quite a few channels here. I haven't even tried some of these because this is a Spanish channel. I like watching English because I don't really understand Spanish very well, but you can see here, just it's a little hit and miss with the antenna. If you're really close to like a downtown area or the broadcast area, obviously I think it's going to work better for you. But in my case, it is kind of what it is, being pretty far out of the city. So this one, and what I've also noticed, it takes a few seconds sometimes for it to load, if it loads at all. But otherwise, I'm pretty happy with this. It's pretty nice, and the interface here is what's really, really important. So for about $80 plus another 20-ish or more for an antenna, depending on what you're going to use, this is what you'll end up getting. So pretty cool. I dig it. Peter from Panda. Out.